Hi guys, all the way from Mexico, Yardeni. I've picked one of these before. These are made in Israel, and they're either 5 or 6 pin. I can't remember. I have picked it. It's been quite a while. Wide open keyway. It is a copy of the Mul-t-lock keyway, and also the Mul-t-lock, the lower end. These are not pin in pin. These are just normal pins. They are pretty good tolerances, so sometimes they can be quite a challenge to pick, and pick it we will, because Miguel sent me a card, and I guess that's kind of what the key looks like, because he sent no key. But I can take this card down and have a key made, or we don't need no stinking key. We can just pick it right now. I think he did it because Miguel wants his lock back, and I will certainly send it back to you, sir, after we get it picked. All right, I'm going to zoom in and find a decent tensioner. It is wide open. I mean, I can put the widest tensioner I have, unfortunately. That's really sloppy. The widest one I have still isn't good. We got a lot of floppy there, you see. I like to have one just literally wedged into the keyway. I may have to make another tensioner, because if we reach a security pin like a spool, we're going to get counter rotation. I want to be able to control it when I let off a little bit of that tension. And this is the best we have today, but we'll make the best of it. I'm going to be using this little small flag from the Sauber kit. So let's see if we can do this. I'm going to apply counterclockwise, probably heavy tension. I'm going to wedge my pick down in the bottom right-hand corner and let that be my guide to guide the pick down and keep it properly or positioned precisely on every single one of them. I'm going to slide it down the right side, and I'm looking for a binder, and it looks like pin 4 is my speed bump. So I'm going to pick that guy first. If I can get it under him. Okay, we got to click off of him. I'm on pin 5. He's now the speed bump. Get under there. I think we got to click off him. And last one is pin 6. Again, the speed bump. Doesn't usually happen in order like this. I think I just screwed up. I think I just overset 6. But now on the way back out, I'm getting hung up on 3. So maybe not. Again, I got moderate tension on here. Trying to pick him. I'm pulling it back, so I'm really picking him from the back side, from along that angled tip of the key pin. Come on, bite in there and pick. I hate to let up any tension because then something might fall. But I am going to have to do it. He's just wedged in place. Here we go. I think I got under him. Nope, he's still not ready. There we go. Oh, crap. Now we have... Oh, I'm stuck coming out now. Come out of there. Looks like it's wedged on pin 1. Come out. Now I have that fault set. And that tells me we are on a spool. It's probably either pin 1 or pin 2. So now is when we screw up, because I can't really release tension in a controlled fashion with that tension wrench, but we're going to give it a shot. All right, I'm on pin 1. He's binding. I do have a little bit of counter rotation. I think you can see it there. And there we go. I thought it would be much more severe. So we have a spool in position 1, I believe. I'm not going to lock it because, again, I can't unlock it with that key card. So I'd have to pick it again. Let me back out of here, move everything out of the way. And let's get that pinning tray up here. Let's see if we can not accidentally lock this thing. I need a Phillips. Okay, it's not crazy glued in place or Loctited. That's a good thing. Now, as long as it's not some kind of odd core, and it looks like it kind of is. I don't know what that is. I have no clue what that little thing in the middle is. Ah, yes I do. That's new. That, my friends, is to prevent a bypass wire from going in. That's the first time I've ever seen one of those. Fits right there. So you can still fit a bypass in there, but it's not going to do you any good. That is ingenious. All it takes is a little disc. All right, let's see what we got here. I think I have just a normal Turn them like that. And it looks like the pins will pop out that way because I can see that pin right there. So let's just do it like that. Just make sure. There we go. All right, we do have 6. It looks like they're reduced diameter pins as well. They're not the normal size. We got some anti-drill, which is always a good sign. Little carbide rods to prevent you from drilling. I don't see any more. I would have thought there'd be one right on the pins themselves, but instead we have it on either side. All right, let's set this guy. Well, let's go ahead and gut him first. Maybe. Come out of there. Standard. Another standard, very long guy. Standard. I'm almost tempted to use the beater block, but that's what it's for, Bill. That thing is stuck. There it is. Finally. See what I mean by tight tolerances? Let's take 6 out. Maybe. Okay, 6 is a long one. And 5. He is really stuck in there. There he is. A little bit of short guy. So we got this short one hiding behind all these long ones. I think that was probably part of Miguel's plan. Okay, nothing in the core. No undercutting, no serrations, no nothing. I didn't expect it, given that these are all standard pins. All right, remember, unless I'm really screwing up, we are looking for a spool in position number 1 because we got counter rotation off of him. And that is what we got. A very long spool. Remember, it wasn't much of a counter rotation. See how shallow the center portion is cut out? That would give you just a minor counter rotation. Just like on a pin tumbler. Ah, number 2 was also one of the same kind of spools. I believe all the rest of these are going to be standards. Standard? Because we got no feedback from them. We just picked them. They broke clean at the shear line with no counter rotation or grinding or anything that would indicate serrated pins. Another standard. And the last one, also a standard. So we have 4 standards, and without a doubt, these are all going to be standard. Yeah, these are just normal springs. Nothing unusual. This is completely stock. Miguel did not pin this up as a challenge lock. So here's what we're looking at. All we had is just 2 spools. That's it. And the rest of these guys are just normal pins. The challenge is this one, getting up behind all of these very deep cut. And then we have that little shallow one to reach up. So we probably had a good chance of oversetting one of those guys up in the front. But picking dimples is just like picking pin tumblers. The only difference is we're attacking from the side using a slightly different pick. That's all. All the feedback, all the counter rotation, everything is identical to pin tumbler. So give it a shot, guys. There's not a lot to it. It's a lot of fun. Broadens your skills. Thanks for your time. Stay safe. Stay legal. Miguel, thank you for the lock. I will return the lock, but I'm keeping this card. No, I'm joking. You're going to get it all back, guy. Thanks.